Hello everybody, it's Severaltoval4 for the weekly update. A few things today. This week was a little less eventful than the previous one in several ways. But let's see. So we had Blossom Tales videos, we had Trails in the Sky, which I'm actually going to be recording more of today. There was a Bug Fable stream, which went, in my opinion, extremely poorly. I don't know, I was just in a bad mood or something. I think what I'm gonna put a poll up on Twitter/Discord about going forward with it. I do want to finish the game. It is a fun game. There's just certain parts of it I do not like, such as Leaf's attack set, which seems to be some of the strongest. But I'm not really enjoying the side questing, and on stream, because I feel like it takes away from the flow of gameplay and stuff, and I don't have the force of personality to make going around doing things like that interesting without being able to like cut back and forth, like I do in Let's Plays. So I'm wondering if, since this is all going to be uploaded to YouTube, I'm wondering if if I can just record the side quests separately and have that as part of the YouTube cut of the Let's Play, and keep the main story to the streams. And I'll ask people what they think about that. I think that would be an interesting medium, and if people want to still see those side things, which a lot of them are just like kill this thing or bring me this object or whatever, or grinding or things like that, then they can catch that when it goes up on YouTube, and it'll be in better quality and not just me going for hours. So we'll see. But yeah, this week's stream should be Animal Crossing, maybe? I think Animal Crossing. Unless I think of something else that I want to do. But we'll see. Tuesday night as always. Yeah, I don't know, that's pretty much it. I need to record more. I recorded a bunch of Blossom Tales last week, and now I need to record more Trails in the Sky. So good times. As for me, I'm doing okay. My back is definitely doing better than it was. The pains that I was getting, the post-surgery pains, have been lessening. They're still there, especially if I'm like, okay, today I'm going to go do drawing, and my back is like, haha, no, you're not. But I have been able to get a few things done regardless, so that's good. On a more personal, I think I've been gaining too much weight lately. Like, my shirts all feel like bunched up around the armpits, like everything, and it's driving me absolutely out of my mind. Like, I got like a few tactile pet peeves, and one of them is just feeling your undershirt or your shirt encroaching upon your armpits, and it drives me absolutely out of my mind. So that only started like recently, so I think I've just been puffing up a bit too much. But yeah, I don't have much of an opportunity to to exercise lately, just because our house is a mess right now, and recovery from surgery means there's a limit to what I can do, and the weather's horrible. It's not horrible, but it's cold, and I don't really like walking in the cold because that makes everything hurt. So yeah, I probably could start dieting and eating better, but that would require effort now, wouldn't it? I am going to try to start doing that this month, just to make things, I don't know, at least like a little bit of, like, I need a little bit of weight loss. Not like 30 pounds, but like I think 5 pounds would, over the course of the month or 2 months or something would help, and I think I can do that with a little bit of effort at least, so we'll see. Let's see, other things. It is March now. All those memes of like, me still trying to process last March. March is next month. Well, March is now. We're coming up on the 1 year mark since the lockdown it started. Across most of the country, but in New Jersey it was sometime in the late teens. Now, Animal Crossing came out on the 20th. That was the last time I went to GameStop to buy a game. That was like the day before the lockdown or something was Animal Crossing's release. So I just remember, they had like the store, nobody in the store. One of the people, the store manager was opening the door for everybody so that they wouldn't touch the door. Everyone was masked up. It would be like, you'd go in and, everybody's standing apart and picking up your stuff and getting out. No browsing or anything. Just pickups only. It was very interesting. Not a good interesting, but it was interesting. So, we're coming up to that point. But yeah, we're not going to be out of this month, and certainly not next month, and probably not the month after either. But we had good news. We've had good news at the we have a third vaccine now, the Johnson & Johnson one. That's single dose instead of double dose. Although a bunch of idiots are like, why don't we make the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine single dose also? And everyone else is saying that's not what they're supposed to do. Idiots are always idiots. There's some things that you try to cut corners in, and there's some things that you just try to go for the overkill. Pandemic, you don't cut corners. But anyway, there's my soapbox preaching to the choir there. So we got that, but we have tens of millions of Americans have been... Tens of millions? Millions. I don't know if it's tens. Millions of Americans have been inoculated already, and it's just ramping up. And even if some places are trying their best to hamper the progress, it's still, at least by the vaccine giving, it's still an upward trend because it's being given out. My dad got his second dose a couple weeks ago. My grandmother got her second dose last week. I think my mom is eligible, and we're trying to work it out. So, yeah, hopefully, we're going to have a lot less pain and heartbreak this year. We're still going to have the hardship of, being in a environments that we have to still social distance and keep our masks on and everything, because if you let your guard down, then, it's going to just escalate way too fast. But, at least we're in a better place now in terms of, less of a innate danger for a lot of people, because when you stop becoming a potential spreader, that destroys that curve so much. So just keep vigilant is what I'm trying to say. And I have hope for the coming months that we're actually slowly turning this around. But again, we need to just keep on top of things, Anyway, for stuff that happened this week, last Patreon piece for the month was a fairy godmother, based on somebody that I know. So that was the last one there. As for other art I did, I guess we'll just do it. I did a thing for Stephen George stream and a thing for disc only, but the main thing is that I have a new bit emote that I drew. This is for people who've donated 5,000 bits, I think. It's Tita Russell from the Trail series. It's like a yay emote, so I thought it was very cute, and I thought it came out pretty nicely. And it even looks cute as a small emote. One of the big problems of emote production is that you have a really nice picture, and then you put it into the 28 by 28 pixels, and it looks terrible because there's no detail. So, you have to use thick lines sometimes, and, not go for, detail. And I think that was a good medium, that you can see the character, you can see the expression, and, that's really what the purpose of an emote is. So yeah, it's also on my Discord just for people. So if you have Nitro and you're on my Discord, you can use it everywhere. But I don't have open slots for regular emotes, so that's just gonna be for bit people. Let's see. Anything else? I did a first impressions video for Persona 5 Strikers. I've only played a short amount of the game, like maybe an hour and a half, but it's fantastic. I love it. I got to, I'm not going to say any specifics, but I pretty much finished Age of Calamity. I got the final secret character, and I'm very happy. I was surprised and happy. And the rest of the missions that I've seen so far are just like improving their stats and just doing extra challenges and stuff. So I might go through that, try to collect all the Korok seeds and stuff in the game. But I'm slowly transitioning over to playing Persona 5 Strikers as my Warriors game instead. Let's see. There was the Pyra and Mithra presentation, and they also came out on Thursday, so I've been playing them a bunch, and they're very fun. Very, very fun. There's like a Zelda Sheik character back when Zelda and Sheik were the same character. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And, there's I don't know, just a heavy attack versus powerful attack, if that makes sense, or fast attacks. I love it. Let's see. The Switch is 4 years old now, which is crazy. There's rumors that there's going to be a more powerful Switch coming out later this year, which, I mean, if it's, at that point, it'll be 4.5 years old. That's not like too soon for an upgraded version of the console. It was too soon for the Wii U, though. Never got that upgrade. Started out with the upgrade. Started out with the 2 different versions of the Wii U, and that was the start of its problems. They never should have made the 8GB Wii U. What were they thinking? Let's see. Yeah, the presentation was cool. PlayStation 2 is 21 years old, so it can legally drink now. I'll be using my PS2 soon, TM. There's a lot of care that went into the Pyra and Mithra also, just the detail and stuff. Let's see what else happened this week. Some really good Ibuki art that I saw on Twitter. I really like Ibuki Miyoda. Like, I don't know, there's like some Danganronpa characters I'm like, oh, Chiaki, I love you from the very beginning, and Ibuki is like, you're kind of annoying, and then as I went on, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this character, and I love her hair, and I love people that draw her hair in different ways, because it's a nightmare to draw. I don't know, but she's just very sweet, and I love her. Also, in continuing my Persona 5 art things, the Akechi and On pieces both turned a year old today. One sec. So, like the On is like in the centerpiece up over there, and Akechi's off to the right. But the On one is definitely like 100% my favorite out of the 10 of those. I was kind of thinking of making like a continuing version of the drawing, where I slowly add the confidants and I guess Sophia from Strikers, and slowly add the other supporting confidants and like a ring around it and make like a bigger poster. But it's a very daunting task for me. And they're not, they don't have the same presence, but I would love to draw like Yoshida or Toga. Toga? No. Think of Hifumi Toga. No, it is Toga, right? No, it's Hifumi. God. No, see, I confuse it with the My Hero Academia character, the Star Confidant. It's Hifumi. It's got to be. Yeah. Okay. Togo, not Toga. It is Hifumi Togo. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, Hifumi Togo in Persona 5. Hifumi Yamada in Danganronpa. And Himiko Toga, that's what it was. It was a I knew there was a Danganronpa connection somewhere. It was Himiko Toga. Himiko Toga, Hifumi Togo, Hifumi Yamada, and Himiko Yumeno in Danganronpa V3. I'm sorry. My brain just takes all those names and makes one conglomeration. So they're all names the same character, and I hate it. But yeah, I would love to draw her. I'd love to draw Kawakami and Takemi and Oya and everybody really. So one day I'll make like a super Danganronpa, that's right, a super Persona. I would love to make a Danganronpa poster. Goodness gracious, I would love to just make like I've seen some of my friends do, just like all the characters in the game poster. But God, that's so much work. I'd love to make a Super Persona 5 Royal poster, or Persona 5 conglomeration poster if I'm adding Sophia to it, and the other guy that I haven't met yet. But yeah, that's for the future though. Anyway, I got a gift by Eliskor of Trails of Cold Steel 3 on Steam, so now I have Trails in the Sky 1, 2, and 3, and Trails of Cold Steel 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to be busy on that for a while. If it wasn't so long to record, I would like ramp up to like 3 or 4. If I wasn't doing like other stuff, on my main channel, I would do like 3 or 4 episodes a week of Trails in the Sky, just so I can like actually do more than one game a year. Because goodness gracious. But yeah. So aside from that, this past week was me playing Age of Calamity. Well, I'll be honest, this past week was me playing Age of Calamity and recording a little bit on the side. But I worked on a bunch of drawing yesterday. None of which is finished yet. I started Patreon drawings last night. I'm working on another thing, and hopefully this week is going to be very productive for me, and working on other projects too, so good times. But yeah, I got dreams. I have so many like big things I want to do. There's like this Power Rangers Breath of the Wild crossover that I'm working on slowly. There's I want to do the Persona 5 thing. I'd like to just draw the Confidants in some way, shape, or form, but I would like to make it the same quality that I could put on that poster, and then make it like an even bigger poster of them. I got ideas for Danganronpa. I have like a whole thing that I write down. I have a couple of Hades ideas that I have here. Something for Magfest. Just like random things. I have this crossover idea from more than a half a year ago, it has to be, someone mentioned like Aladdin Prince of Thieves, a friend of mine who draws a comic called Mokipon, is like a Pokemon webcomic. It's fantastic, by the way. Drew a character that kind of looked like I don't know, it just reminded me of Aladdin, Prince of Thieves, the third Aladdin movie. And so I had this idea of just drawing the Aladdin characters as Pokemon characters, or Pokemon. Like Genie would be like the Hoopa Unbound or something, and things like that. So like that's just like on the way back burner. But one day I'm gonna try that. I have an idea here with a crossover between Ace Attorney and Fire Emblem Three Houses. I have this idea that I started also between Tifa and Eris. Still want to draw more of my my OC, Clara, in different outfits and stuff. A Nagito Sephiroth matchup, which would just be horribly cursed. I wanted to make like a crossover drawing of Roxy from Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 and Ibuki Miyota, because they're both, punk rock guitar players. And a bunch of other stuff like that. So I have so many ideas and way too little time and energy to do any of them. But they're ideas, and it's good if you have ideas to just write them down and just, pick out one at some point and just be like, all right, we're just doing this. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel motivated this week is what I'm trying to say. So that's good. We'll see how things go as the weeks go by. Watching the days go by. I had this song Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads just kicking around in my head, and I could not remember for the life of me the song. I just remember the music video. It was just a guy walking like this. And so I put it on my Discord. I drew like a picture of like stick figures doing that, and I'm like, there's a song that I cannot remember for the life of me, and it's driving me absolutely out of my mind. And immediately, Sickabee is like, Once in a Lifetime of Talking Heads. I'm like, thank you! It's always good to have that music friend. I really appreciate it. So my brother and I have just been watching that music video and that song for 50 times over the past week, because it's very catchy, but also just a very, very fun music video. And I can't, with my back the way it is, I can't replicate most of the gyrations that the guy does, but it looks like he's, having a seizure half the time, whatever the direction was. But it's so good. And it's such a weird song. You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself living in another part of the world, and you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile, and you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife, and you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Watching the days go by, let the water hold me. Watching the days go by, water flowing under, into the blue again, after the money's gone. He's like, does this thing where he's on his knees, right? He's like crouching like this, and just arching his back while staying in a crouch. And God, that must hurt. Into the blue again, after the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing under. It's just great. It's a great song. It's got a good percussion, it's got the beat and everything, and it's just a ridiculous music video. But yeah, so that's my current music obsession, is that one song. So many, it's just, I don't know, it's just very silly. And I have an idea for a parody of it, but I don't think it's going to come into fruition anytime soon. A, because I literally can't do it right now, and B, because it's not the time. But anyway, but yeah, it's an upbeat song, like tune wise, and it's just very fun. But anyway, so yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Here's hoping that I do indeed keep on, doing the everything I wanted this week. This is going to be a busy week for me. Excuse me. But yeah, so I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 current Patreon things. I want to do at least 2 of them this week. I have a couple of them framed out already, and I have another drawing framed out already, and the stream is going to probably be Animal Crossing, but if it's not, it's going to be a drawing stream, so I'll look forward to that. Because we haven't done that in a while, and I keep wanting to do one, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to like, go over the time of another stream, but I think, I don't know, it feels like it might be a drawing stream week. We'll see. It's gonna be chill one way or another, but I do need to do drawing, so it's gonna be like, just chatting and listening to music and doing Patreon work or something, if indeed it is the drawing stream. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Thanks for sticking around, doing your thing, hanging in there, and here's hoping for good times ahead. So yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.